Hello everyone and welcome back. The Kauai County Council just wrapped up another meeting and we've got the latest discussions that you could see some impacts from. We're talking Kaua'i Bus, moving 100,000 cubic feet of soil, starting some movement on the Lihue Mauka Bypass Road, and then what probably had the most dialogue, a bill introduced to make artisan markets in parks legal. The Kaua'i Bus serves as a vital transportation option for many residents. As a teenager, I know I was definitely using all my quarters to get around. You may have heard that there are plans to transition to an all-electric fleet by 2035. Today, the Executive on Transportation presented a proposal to the Council seeking approval to apply for the Federal Transit Administration's Section 5311 Formula Grant Funds amounting to $1,365,726. This funding would be used to purchase 4 diesel and gas buses, which are nearing their end of their useful lives. The grant would cover 80% of the purchase costs, while the remaining 20% would come from the Transportation Agency's fiscal year 2025 budget requests. The expansion to the electric fleet, though, is not being done with this purchase because the current repair shop has not yet been upgraded to accommodate the new vehicles, but they don't want to interrupt current services for residents. We also saw the county engineer appear to receive approval for 100,000 cubic feet of soil donated by Grove Farm to be used at the Kekaha landfill for daily cover, intermediate cover, backfill, and road construction, which will satisfy the landfill soil needs for approximately 9 months to 1 year. It will cost us $2,500,000, $2.5 million, to hire contractors to move the soil, but it is necessary for the landfill to continue to function. I believe he said that they use it nearly every day, and we're using contractors because it's a lot of soil, and this is probably the most effective way to do so. While we're on the topic of grants, we also saw a request from the Deputy Planning Director to expend State of Hawaii Department of Transportation State Planning and Research Program grant funds in the fully awarded amounts of $460,000 for the Kauai County Multi-Use Path and Trails Master Plan and $450,000 for the Lihue Mauka Road Multi-Module Corridor Study. It was initially approved for $400,000 back in March, but we saw the grant amount increase. With these studies, it's still in its early stages, but we will see the county to, get things moving on these large projects, which, is still nice to see. One of the larger subjects that was up for debate today was regarding artisan markets. It was determined that commercial activities within these markets were in violation of current zoning laws, leading to the closure of the Princeville Farmers Market following a complaint-driven investigation by the Planning Department. This revelation highlighted broader concerns, as many large events that occur in spaces like those across the island, including sports events and other larger events, or even other farmers markets, may also be in violation of that existing code. Councilmember Holland and Kaneshiro introduced the bill in response to public feedback after the closure, in order to modify current zoning codes to allow for these activities to persist. The bill introduced indicates that these markets play a crucial role in providing small farmers with accessible venues for selling their produce. Local businesses also rely on farmers markets to source locally grown ingredients. However, there are still some valid concerns regarding the commercialization of possibly our parks. Some raise questions about our beaches, and just concerns that our public recreational space could be taken up by commercial operations, and nobody wants that. If you feel strongly about this issue, I encourage you to remember that our government is not a spectator sport. It requires active participation, monitoring, communication, and presence. I'm including the timestamps of when some of the items discussions occurred, so that you can hear the discussion for yourself if you just go to kauai.gov and go to webcast meetings. So whichever side you stand on, this bill, due to the process, must first go through the Planning Commission before it even makes back to Council. And the Planning Commission has a pretty thorough process when it comes to these things, and so it will be shaped there by our community regarding verbiage, what is best for our community. And ultimately, it will fall upon our residents to help guide this bill that is definitely in its infancy. So there it is. Pretty important stuff, right? From disposal of waste to our local farmers and public transportation. I hope you enjoyed my recap, and be sure to subscribe here on YouTube or your favorite podcasting platform to be notified every time we cover things from local news, government development, and more Kauai stories. Until next time, this is Olivia from Huike, signing off.